Hey everyone, Greg Vert here, live from the HR Tech Conference in Las Vegas. I'm a leader in our human capital practice at Deloitte, where we make people better at work and work better for people. I'm joined here by Dave Uppal, who's one of our collaborators from Moveworks. And Dave, I guess it was probably about 3 weeks ago that I gave you a call and said, we want to build a solution that really challenges and stretches the imaginations of what AI can do in the HR space. And we came up with this HR business partner AI agent concept that I think solves for a couple of the challenges our clients are seeing 2 years post ChatGPT releasing, and still, some hiccups along the way of adopting AI. It solves for the ecosystem challenge, where we know AI is not one solution that you buy off the shelf, but it's actually a combination of things that you're going to need to bring together and integrate in order to achieve business outcomes. It's a data problem. You got to have the right data and the confidence in your data so that you can get high quality outputs. And at the end of the day, it's an imagination problem. We have to think bigger than we are right now as an industry, and I think this AI agent solution really starts to do that. So I'd be curious, give us a little bit of your background, tell us a little bit about Moveworks and the role that you all played in creating the solution that's playing behind us on the video.
Sure. Well, and thank you for making us a part of this, Greg. Moveworks is a Gen AI platform. The company's been around since 2016, and what companies use our platform, organizations use our platform to build a co-pilot geared towards all employees in their organization to really take the friction out of work. And what I mean by that is it's an agentic AI solution. You probably heard the word agents been thrown around lately a lot. What agents are all about is taking action on behalf of the user, not only to help them find information across all the different knowledge bases that they have inside of their organization, systems of documentation, files, so on and so forth, but also all of these SaaS systems that they need to interact with on a daily basis to kick off workflows, approvals, all sorts of different actions that they need to take. And what we find is that, and what we're hearing a lot from organizations, is they're just overwhelmed. Employees are overwhelmed with the amount of technology that they interact with. They have too much friction in their daily work, and they want to actually get to the creative, productive work in their day instead of just interacting with all these different platforms. So when you came to us with this opportunity, it was really interesting for me because one of the things we found out is that not only does our platform need to be able to integrate with out-of-the-box solutions, but it's often the case that organizations have custom solutions for whether it's a custom data platform or a custom LLM, and having a platform that's flexible enough to integrate with these is key to be able to make it useful in any large organization. So that's the challenge that we were facing with, that you brought to the table with this HRBP focused demo, and it was something we were glad to sort of rise up to.
Yeah, and I think what really makes this unique is if you think about the work that an HR business partner does, and we are hearing agentic and agent terminology used a lot. It kind of, I think, describes the moment of AI adoption that we're in, and what I think we're going to see over the next several years is how do we build these AI agents that are capable of doing a lot of things that really challenge what AI can and can't do. And when we think about an HR business partner, often within an HR organization, they're your most senior, experienced, 20, 30 years, highly educated, highly compensated in many cases, because the knowledge that they're able to bring to handle a wide range of talent and HR related issues takes years to develop. So when I mentioned earlier that this was really a data problem, how could we bring together all the different data sources that would enable an AI agent to operate on par with a seasoned HR business partner? And so that's where we also brought in the HR Certification Institute, which provided decades worth of professional development knowledge that we could tap into and train the Moveworks language model around. We brought in our Deloitte Insights to Action research, which gave you a lot of trend information. And we brought in our proprietary labor market intelligence tool, which gave you quantitative benchmark data. And when you can combine those things together, I think what we saw was really Moveworks as the front end, orchestrating complex prompts, complex inquiries, pulling together data from multiple back-end sources to give those rich, insightful responses that we would expect from an HR business partner. Can you talk a little bit about that orchestration concept and how you see that evolving for a lot of your customers over the next next several months and years?
For sure. Well, it's a really important point because, as you said, often the answer to somebody's question or somebody's issue is not just hosted in one place, it's coming from multiple places, and what they need is a summarized, sort of holistic response to what they're looking for. And to be able to serve that, you need a platform that can reason over, understand a user's prompt, as we say, break it down into what are the actual steps, what are the systems I can access to potentially provide a response to this, and pull it all together. So what we've invested a lot in is what we call a reasoning engine. It's based on the latest in generative AI, not only just one LLM at play, but a stack of multiple LLMs that are all kind of serving different tasks. And what that can do is then understand what are what we call plugins that I have available at my disposal. What can they each provide me? And let me match this prompt, break it down, rephrase it, and understand where I can pull information from. And once I've gotten information back, check what is relevant, and then provide a summary of what I've found to the employee, to the user. Now, what you're saying is really interesting, that it isn't, in fact, it is a data problem. In some cases, it's a knowledge problem. When you have such a powerful system that can pull knowledge or data from any sort of platform, it's important for it to be correct, and it's important for it to be up to date. So organizations sometimes realize that as they release a platform like this, they need to do a little bit of cleanup of their environment and get their sort of data house in order and make sure that they have everything well connected and clean. And the other piece is sometimes it does make sense to have an LLM solution in the fold, and what a custom LLM can do in that situation is provide a very targeted, summarized sort of RAG response and serve that back to an agent that can pull it together with other sources to provide a very solid answer to a business question.
And I think the results speak for themselves. We intentionally set out, when we chartered this initiative, to pick 10 really complex prompts, the type of questions that HR business partners are probably getting from the business leaders they support on a day-to-day basis, but require a lot of information and experience to provide a high-quality response. And yet here we are with an AI agent that we built and trained in less than a month, that's able to provide really high-quality responses. And so I think it's a great example of our AI mantra at Deloitte brought to life, which is to think big, stretch the limits of what AI can do, but of course be responsible with it. But start small. And those 10 prompts really, I think, grounded us in what data sources we need to bring together and what training and testing we needed to do to get to this level of result. And our next step will be to scale quickly. And we look forward to partnering with our clients and shared customers to help them achieve these types of solutions within their environment, using an ecosystem approach built on strong, rich sources of data. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you being here with us today and for your partnership in building out the solution we brought to HR Tech. I think it's a great example of our AI mantra at Deloitte brought to life, which is to think big, start small, and scale quickly. Here we thought about going after the most complex body of work that HR owns, and how do we shift some of that burden to an AI agent. We started small with a list of 10 prompts that led us down the path to very specific data sets that we would test and orchestrate to bring these responses to life. And we look forward to scaling quickly with you all, our clients, Moveworks customers, to implement this type of solution in your environment. Thank you all for joining us today. This is Greg Vert from Deloitte's Human Capital Practice, along with Dave Uppal from Moveworks, signing off and saying we'll see you next time.